Hello, guys. It's Kelly Clark again. Welcome back to another episode of You're Not Alone Life with Disabilities and Depression. And in today's episode, I would like to talk about the misconceptions about disabilities and sex. You know, there's a lot of people out there that automatically assume that someone with a disability or someone in a wheelchair cannot have sex. First of all, I would like to set the record straight and say that it is possible for someone in a wheelchair to have sex. I myself, I've had sex. I'm, as you all know, I'm in a wheelchair. There's a lot of misconceptions that, you know, everybody in a wheelchair can't function down there. And what I would like to say is that people are horribly, horribly misinformed. Um, a lot of people assume that everybody in a wheelchair can't get an erection or, can't get it up, in other words. But that is totally wrong. I figured I would talk about this, seeing as this is one topic I have not discussed. And when people assume that, it really doesn't paint us in a good light. It makes us look bad or look like we're useless when we're not. I just wanted to set the record straight on the subject that people with disabilities can have very fulfilling sex lives and active sex lives. Because we're not all the same, and we all have needs, and people just need to stop assuming stuff about people with disabilities, because what happens when you assume? It makes an ass out of you and me. So my advice to you is, please stop assuming that you know everything about people with disabilities when, in fact, you do not. Or here's one thing that's really insulting is when, people see you out with somebody and you're in a wheelchair and they automatically assume that that person's their caretaker or their worker and not their friend or their girlfriend. That's one thing that's always kind of annoyed me, is the fact that people don't think about this stuff before they say it out loud, and they don't think about how it makes us feel. They just automatically assume, oh, they're that person's worker, or, they automatically assume that we're not capable of having friends or girlfriends, or capable of having a sex life at all. And they are totally wrong for assuming that. And I think people need to do their due diligence before they open their mouth, and do their research before they speak, and you know just think before they speak. Think about, oh, if I say this, maybe I should think twice before I say this. Maybe I should think twice before this comes out of my mouth. You know, and do your research. Do your research before you come up to somebody with a disability and you start assuming how things work when you don't really have a clue how they actually work. Yeah. I've had people come up to me and ask me if I'm capable of having sex. And at first, I laugh. But then I think about it, and I kind of feel a little bit insulted by their question. And it's quite funny, because, like I said, people don't think before they speak. They don't think before they act. And yeah, it's just one of those things where you have to be careful what you say and how you say it, because somebody could easily, not me, but somebody could easily get offended by what you say. So you have to really think about these things before you speak. You have to process what you're about to say before you say it. And I just wanted to mention that. And yeah, before we start making assumptions, think about what you say before you say it. Because you could say the wrong thing and really offend somebody and really hurt somebody's feelings. You know, that's just one thing I wanted to mention and to talk about. I wanted to, with this podcast, tackle important issues like this. So I figured this was as good a time as any to do this. And once again, I'm sorry I haven't posted an episode in a while. But, I like to think about what I'm going to talk about next before I put an episode out. I want to make sure I'm well informed, and I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about before I talk about it. So but this is one topic I wanted to discuss, and I figured it was one of the best topics to discuss, because I don't think it's a topic I've tackled yet on here on this podcast, so I figured why not dive headfirst into this topic, so, and, yeah, that's just one thing I wanted to mention, and I want people to, understand that we are just like everybody else. We have needs like everybody else. We function, a lot of us function just like everybody else. We're not all the same, and we're not all dead from the waist down. And I just wanted to say that. Yeah. Anyway, I think I will probably end it there for now. I didn't want to make this episode too long, so anyway, I hope you enjoy this episode. I hope it was very informative, and I hope this will shed some light on taboo topics about people with disabilities and some of the misinformed people. I hope people will be more informed now when they listen to this. Yeah. Anyway, I will end it there. Anyway, this is your host, Kelly Clark. Until next time, I'm out.